Hi, everybody. Welcome back. I'm Butt. That's Finn. Get yourselves a seat, get a snack, get comfortable, and get ready as we present to you our last brain cells left. How you been, Finn?
It sounded like you said I'm Butt.
Did I say that? No, I was really.
It sounded like you
I was
said
gonna
I'm
be
Butt.
like, man, we finally had a normal intro. Oh no. Oh, did I fuck it?
It didn't pick up on Discord, but I chuckled a little bit after you said it. Sounded like you said I'm Butt. This is Finn.
No, I don't wanna be Butt.
I don't wanna.
I don't wanna be Butt.
I can't do that, Raz.
God damn it. I don't want it.
So I need Bot to know what it is because I done concerned him.
Yeah, you did me a heckin'
5
concern
seconds
before we started this. Literally, because
yeah.
like you'll talk to yourself sometimes as you're like typing things. So I just heard you go like, "Is it illegal?" I'm like, "What the fuck are you? What?"
That's a problem. There's been many times that I'm like typing in like my bank information or like a password while I'm talking to my friends.
No.
Or like I've almost doxed my phone number, which is like one of the few things I have that's like still not knowledge in my friend group.
Yeah.
But like it's happened. Like I've almost said like the last 4 of my social security, my bank information, like my account number, because I talk out loud. Like
Right.
Well, everybody talks out loud, but like I speak when I'm typing.
Except for mute people, they don't really talk out loud.
Oh, you're right. Damn.
But just trying to be inclusive.
Shout out to
here.
mute people.
Yeah. I actually want to learn
so-
like sign language. Genuinely, it seems like something
do
that's really
too.
useful, and I want to be able to understand it.
Oh yeah.
That's a personal thing that I want to try to do.
Yeah. It's so complicated though.
It is. ASL is not an easy thing to learn.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho,
Oh, yeah. If anybody knows ASL, you're great. Anyways.
Yeah. Shout out you.
So something happened between last episode and this episode.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
A great
that
many
this
things
happened. Someone got fired is what happened. Someone at
Is it you?
Nickelodeon accidentally emailed the wrong person the full, like, finished, no watermark, no nothing, new Avatar movie.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that
they did.
person leaked the fuck out. Well, no,
The
they didn't
entire
actually. They
movie.
didn't know. So they leaked the entire movie. And I'm not saying this isn't wrong. It is so very wrong that this person did this.
Yeah.
So they got sent the full movie.
On accident.
Everything like
Someone accidentally
Yeah,
sent
on
them the
accident.
movie. Yeah.
Exactly. Someone typed in the email wrong and did it just perfectly that they managed to send it to a fan of Avatar.
Yep.
Which is crazy.
The odds of that happening are astronomical.
Yeah, you guys need to understand. There's like, 1, there's millions of emails. 2, there's millions of emails that aren't being used or are owned by somebody that doesn't use it.
Yeah.
3, me personally, I have 4 different emails that I use for different things.
Right.
So like, there's like
The odds are absurd.
and like 2 of them, I barely like ever look at. Like I literally just have them for spam stuff.
Yep.
So to nail it that, I mean, I don't even know if I want to say amazingly or horribly.
I mean, it's kind of amazing in the level of misfortune that it is. I would argue there's something amazing in that.
Yeah. So yeah, this person leaked the entire thing on Twitter, and then it
The worst place
spread like
for it to happen
wildfire.
to. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I remember seeing
Poor
it pop up on my
Nickelodeon.
timeline on like 5 different accounts, and I
Yeah.
didn't watch it. I'll be honest with you, just because I was like, I don't know what's going on, and I just was
Well, that's
like,
what I was
I'm not
looking
a
up. Is
Twitter
it
person,
is it
but-
illegal to watch it? And it is, because it's only on pirated websites and Twitter, and it's
Yeah.
copyright infringement. So that's what I was looking up before.
Oh yeah,
Because I was going to talk about, I haven't watched it.
correct.
I want to really bad. Mind you,
However.
this released last week, or like between, I can't remember the exact date, but between
somewhere in between
this
our
episode and
recording
last
sessions,
episode.
Yeah.
Yes. And it wasn't supposed to release until October.
Damn.
So it released 6 months early. Well, I mean, it didn't mean to. It leaked
It
6
leaked,
months
yeah.
early.
Which is crazy that it's done this far in advance. You know, like it's
I can
interesting
see
that
a
it's
world-
already done and finished by now, and it's not set to
I
be
can see a world
released
where maybe
until-
there's like a few like sound things, or like
yeah,
maybe like that was like just like here's
Close
like
to
the
final
finished
draft,
product
yeah.
of like like it's really really close.
Yeah, I'm curious
like-
if anyone involved in like a production on that level or anything related would be able to provide insight on this kind of stuff.
I have a cousin.
Because it's interesting.
I have
to
a
me.
cousin who is currently, well, actually, she's about to graduate from Yale she majored in movie production,
Good for her.
and she
Shout out
did
cousin.
an internship at Nickelodeon, and I don't know exactly what she did or what she was involved with. I do know that at the end of it, she was offered, like they told her, like, you have a job here if you want it.
Good for her.
I can't confirm she's not the one that leaked it because she doesn't work there.
Right.
She doesn't work there, so I'm just gonna put that out there.
Right.
She went after her internship. She went back to school, but anyways, which is crazy that she got offered that because like when we were kids, like she was obsessed with like Nickelodeon and SpongeBob SquarePants and all that. Mm-hmm. So it's really cool that she like got offered a job there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's fucking absurd.
Yeah. So I am very curious. Maybe I'll ask her. Granted, I haven't talked to her in like months, but maybe I'll ask her and just like see like how that kind of thing happens.
Right.
Like you fucked up so bad.
Yeah, someone really fucked that shit sky high.
They didn't even like that person 100% got fired. I don't think.
Oh, for sure.
Unless it's
they
proven.
were shot.
Unless it's proven that they're. Oh yeah. They were taken out back.
Yeah.
Unless it's proven that person sent that email on purpose, I'm pretty sure they can't get sued for it.
Yeah.
Especially if it was an accident. If anybody that knows, I'm not gonna say if any lawyers because lawyers don't listen to our bullshit. But if you do, hey.
Yeah. Shout out to a lawyer who's listening to us potentially. Also,
yeah.
why?
But if you know the law well enough to tell us if that's possible, like to sue somebody, I know for a fact they can sue the person that leaked it.
Oh, for sure.
If they ever find them. But I think unless it's revealed that the person at Nickelodeon did it on purpose, then they can't.
They can't be they can't be sued, but they can be fired. Yeah,
because I'm sure everyone that worked on that movie and was involved in that movie was obviously under an NDA. But then again, even if you're accidentally doing that, you're violating the NDA.
Well, that brings the question: is it a violation of the NDA if it's not intended? Because it was intended and fully purposed to be an internal email that wasn't leaving their own server system. So is it technically a violation of an NDA if it wasn't intended to be breaking the NDA?
Also, I want to know.
It's like the legal equivalent of manslaughter instead of murder. Like that's what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
You know.
I want to know why.
I agree.
What kind of email was it? Was it like, why does everybody at Nickelodeon have like just a Gmail account? Like, did we not predict this was gonna happen? Like, I'm sure like people.
I mean, it's pretty standard that things will use.
For example,
Gmail.
But like, for example, the store I work at.
Yeah.
I have a specific email for that store that I use.
Correct.
I'm not gonna say it, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's like it's literally my employee number at and then the store's name dot whatever. So that's the email. So why can't we have employee number at Nickelodeon.com or whatever?
Yeah, no, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Why? Because if you have Gmail, there's millions of Gmail accounts.
Yeah.
Like that's just. I mean, I would say it's a disaster waiting to happen, but the disaster already happened.
Right.
And
I don't know.
I'm sure. I don't think anybody can answer this, but I'm sure like companies like Disney or like. I'm gonna say it separately. I know Disney owns them, but like Marvel or like the franchises, you know.
Yeah.
I'm sure they have their own emails, so that shit like this doesn't happen.
Yeah. Well, they're probably also not emailing files, which brings us to the question: is why was the file being emailed in the first place? You know, because like if you're in theory sharing,
I can see it being like you're sending it to like an editor, or you're sending it to like somebody.
Yeah, but usually it'll go over different internal
like
file
a final
transfer pathways
thing.
instead of
Maybe?
being sent over an email, because then you have to deal with like potentially compressing it and file size limits and yada yada yada. You know,
investigation is behind this. Like, have they figured out if this person did this on purpose?
I don't think it's come out yet, but there's for sure an investigation. You can't tell me there isn't an investigation on this, knowing how like shit like this works. Like,
I don't know.
Ain't no way in hell, dog. You know?
Yeah, for it to leak that early is insane. Anyways, what I was going to talk about, like I said, I haven't watched it. I have seen, there's so many clips of it on TikTok. I don't go looking for them, but you know the algorithm. Once you like one, they send you 10 more. Those edits, the animation looks holy shit.
What,
that looks bad? It's so clean. Like,
oh, okay. Like, I was gonna say, are we getting One Punch Man season 3 or like what's?
No, like I didn't know Nickelodeon was capable of this type shit. Like, it's crazy.
Good for them.
It looks so fucking clean. Also, I saw a clip and they're all older in this. So like I think like 20 years in the future, or something like that.
Sure.
They're all older, and so admittedly. Now adults can have crushes on them and it not be weird, you know? Because if, like, me as, like, a 24-year-old says, like, oh, I have a crush on Katara, then people would be like, she's a kid in the show. But it's like, she's not a kid in the movie.
Yep.
And her and Toph are on another level in the clips I've seen. I saw a clip where Toph has her hair down. And I was like, holy shit. Oh, my God.
Panics and gay, yeah.
Like they knew who they were. They knew their target audience.
Oh, for sure. Are you kidding me?
And then, like,
people have been clamoring for a movie like this for years. Also
so good looking. Oh, yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, and this has been, I think, like, this movie has been, like,
years
being worked on or, like, kind of, like, in the making for, like, 8 or so years. So for it to get leaked is insane.
From what I understand, for all the people who worked on it.
Yeah, that's what I feel bad for. But, like, I'm gonna be that person. Whoever worked on this movie, you guys are fucking awesome. Like,
I mean, yeah.
Genuinely. You're not gonna listen to this, but, like, there's people out there that are, like, that are on your side. This should not have gotten leaked.
Yeah.
But it did, and I've seen clips, and whoever animated that shit, oh my God.
I think what just because is it still set for an October release, or has that just been kind of like kibosh?
I don't know because okay, here's the thing, and this is why the leaker leaked it.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to like hear a little bit of like your guys' opinion. So like, because I would like go to our Discord and talk about this because I don't know the legality of talking about all this on YouTube. So not in the sense of like this, like what we're talking about right now is fine.
Yeah.
But like I'm obviously not gonna go tell you to go watch it because that would be illegal.
Yeah.
But so what happened was the movie was supposed to get a theatrical release in October of this year. At some point, I don't know when, at some point they announced that it is no longer getting a theatrical release, but instead on October, whatever the date was, it's getting put on Paramount Plus, which is, I guess, the streaming service that houses Nickelodeon stuff. So Mr. Leaker was, like, admittedly pissed, as a lot of people were, and that's why they leaked it, because they said, like, it's bullshit that you're not getting a theatrical release. Like, I'm, I guess, gonna leak it.
Yeah.
They might have said something about that on the Twitter post. I know it got taken down, but
sure.
They might have said something about that in the original Twitter post, but I'm not 100% sure.
Couldn't tell you, Chief.
But that's what I've been seeing a lot of. Like, again, TikTok, once I like one thing, which I've liked a lot of those edits, they send me like 50 other things about it.
Sure.
I've seen a lot of like debate on whether the leak was justified.
Okay.
Because of it not getting a theatrical release.
Right. It's kind of a way for the people to like fight back against the corporations in a way.
Yeah.
This is a kind of very direct and very litigiously tumultuous. You know what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Legally tumultuous way to go about it, but like it is a way for the people to fight back against the corporation, technically.
I I can see a situation where instead of leaking it, the person on Twitter just said, one of your employees sent me the movie on accident, and like put like a clip of it that no one has seen. Not the whole thing, just a clip.
Yeah,
and be like, if you don't release it in movie theaters, I will
release the
this.
entire movie. Yeah, but then you're
the
getting
entire
into
movie.
ransoming and yeah.
Well, then you're getting into blackmailing, but it's a matter of what's more illegal. Blackmailing or leaking it, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not saying either is good.
Correct.
Both are bad.
Both are bad.
But I can see a world where you could have just convinced Nickelodeon to have a theatrical release, because now you fucked it. Now there's not going to be a theatrical release. There's still only going to be a Paramount Plus release, and you've committed a crime.
Yeah. This
so
is
who's really
the worst
winning?
Case
If they
scenario
catch you,
for
you're
the
screwed.
people making it, yeah.
Oh yeah, this is a lose-lose for whoever leaked it.
Yeah.
Like, if they get caught, it's done for.
Yeah.
You know?
No, yeah, they're cooked. Yeah, straight up. Like,
or like, it's Twitter. You know, somebody could have like put a screenshot of the email and like blurred out the who the sender, and just been like, "Hey Nickelodeon, your guys' movie was really good. You should release it in theater."
Well, I mean, they also, like, following on the same thing, they also necessarily didn't have to go public with it immediately, like, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, taking it publicly as quickly as they did is kind of the biggest problem. If they, like, if so, like, say the whole thing where the scenario we're presenting a clip, right? If they had sent a clip like that to like a representative or a contact at Nickelodeon, and then got like completely stiffed or told to kick rocks, then that's a different story about the actions that he takes. But if he just goes like, "Hey, I have this thing, and you're not putting it in theaters, so here you go, world," then it's just like, well, now you've just poked a bear that's mostly dormant. So, I don't know. I do think it is a lose-lose overall, but yeah.
So I'm reading a thing that says a friend of his hacker days sent him a full copy of the movie. He didn't know what it was until he looked it up. Said he was leaking 2-minute long clips.
Oh, interesting.
Of it.
To
I saw it's
like
just
Twitter
a Paramount Plus
or
thing,
like,
so I decided to troll. Yeah, to Twitter.
Huh.
Within hours, the videos reached the phone, included 4chan. Yeah, it's posters egged. I'm still dissing. It was the guy who leaked it on. Okay, so they. Oh, okay. So I see. All right. So what happened was, he got emailed the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to make sure that I get this right. He got emailed the movie, was leaking 2-minute clips of it, saying that he has the full movie, but, you know, he's not going to, show it all.
Yeah.
And then apparently that made it to 4chan, which, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
The 4chan started egging him on to leak the full film, and he didn't. And then it says, by Monday, an unrelated account that appears to belong to someone in Singapore leaked the full movie, which I'm sure they were just using like a VPN or something.
Interesting.
Like that. So he didn't leak it. It was somebody else. I guess somebody hacked into his email, maybe.
There is a non-zero chance that someone got access to his machine.
There's also a non-zero chance that
it
he
is just
leaked
the same
it,
guy
but used
under a different,
but used some kind of like VPN or I don't know what.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's it's very interesting story though.
It is a very fascinating story.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's one of those things where it's interesting how it goes back and forth.
I don't think there's been a movie leak this big in a really, really long time.
I can't think of one that's on this level.
That a full movie leaked like that?
Yeah, no. I really can't.
Because like I know there's been stuff where it's like a scene or like a plot point
or like before Spider-Man No Way Home came out and there was that picture of Andrew Garfield on the blue screen wearing the Spider-Man suit and everyone's like, oh, it's fake.
Yeah.
But like that was just like a like scene of him, with the screen behind him. So like that was green screen,
a whole entire movie to be leaked like that.
Yeah, an entire film is absurd.
And from a huge company too, because Nickelodeon is no small company.
This is quite simply an IT nightmare, and there is some IT guy that either pulled all of his hair out and is now bald, or got fired as a result of this, because it's just like...
Oh, yeah.
I could very easily see some executive or some... not executive, but like some like bigwig, corpo, whoever, pointing at whoever in IT department and going like, you failed to properly train our staff. I'm firing you and hiring someone else. Like, that's very real possibility that could have happened. Which, do I think that's fair? Absolutely not. But I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if you told me that happened,
Oh, yeah. I mean, I know it's never going to happen, but I would love to see an interview with the person that sent that email.
Oh, God, yeah.
It's never going to happen.
If it does happen, it's not going to happen for, like, years
It's not going to happen for, like, at least 5.
What's the statute of limitation? I don't know.
What's the statute of limitation on leaking a whole movie?
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the Netflix documentary about this. Oh
my God, yeah. Oh, dude, you saying that reminded me of something, right? And I want to go on a bit of a ramble here about this stuff.
You're good. We just talked about a leaked movie for 20 minutes.
It's fine. I'm gonna dog on a multi-billion-dollar company.
Oh, hell yeah.
So recently, over the past weekend, in between our recording sessions, was this little thing you might have heard of called WrestleMania, right?
Uh-huh.
Kind of a big thing, kind of a huge event that exists over the world, put on by WWE and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
And so a friend of mine, myself and a friend of mine, are not WWE fans. I have not been a fan of theirs since, God, like, realistically, since like 2016, but like, they were the only kind of thing, and the only really major North American promotion, so that's what I was watching, but yada yada, I digress. They've been kind of shit for a long time, in my opinion. And 2019 was kind of the straw that broke the camel's back, where I just stopped watching them regularly on TV, right? Mm-hmm. I think their show was bad. A lot of people like it. That is, personal preferences, whatever. You feel free to argue with me in the comments. I do not care. I will present facts and logic as to why I do not like watching that company, and you'll probably sit there if you're a super tribalist and be like, no, you're wrong. It's the greatest. It's pure cinema. Fuck you. Anyways.
I didn't know Kermit was a fan of WWE.
Kermit actually appeared on WWE TV at one point, I think.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he was like the guest general manager of Monday Night Raw back in like the 2010s. There was a whole period of time in the 2010s where just like every week there was a new celebrity guest star. It was most like 90% absolute dog shit. Anyways, I digress. So WrestleMania was this weekend, and it's a big like 2-night event now because they can't fit all of it on one night, which is bullshit. So there was a fuckload of advertisements that played during this wrestling show. This entire 2-day pay-per-view or premium live event extravaganza, right? And I say it like that because that is literally the verbiage that they use. They call them premium live events, not like pay-per-views, not whatever. Like, anywho, right? So it's broken up into 2 nights. I want you to take a guess on this 4-hour show. How many cumulative minutes of professional wrestling, bell-to-bell match action there was?
In a 4-hour
If you had to take a stab at it.
I would assume at least 2 hours. Like, at least half of it has to be, wrestling.
I'm going to do a quick Google, because I'm pretty sure that the cumulative total amount of match time for this 4-hour show for night 1 was 80 total minutes.
Oh.
Uh-huh. The rest
was filled with, out of 4 hours?
Out of 4 hours.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Now, it may be somewhere between, like... I'm based on the statistics that I saw, it could be somewhere... It could be closer to, like, the 90-minute range, right?
Mm-hmm.
But either way, at least half of your show is used for commercial breaks and advertising. On a premium live event, which, by the way, this is a show that they're claiming is so amazing and spectacular that they cannot fit all of the wrestling matches they have booked on one full night.
Is this on Netflix that you watch this, or what is it on?
It's streaming on Netflix and on like the ESPN Plus and that stuff, right?
Oh yeah.
I didn't watch it on Netflix, but this is what made me think about you talking about made me think about this. So Hulk Hogan died semi recently, right? Which, for the record, Hulk Hogan, piece of shit human being. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's a piece of shit.
Fuck the Hulk Hogan. In the immortal words of the Iron Sheik, fuck the Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan was a piece of shit human being. I think the exact quote used by another wrestler to describe someone else is, "I wouldn't piss on him if he was on fire."
That's great.
Yeah.
I love that.
Shout out to Maxwell Jacob Friedman, probably the greatest wrestler alive right now. Anyways, so there is a documentary that is being produced by either WWE, Netflix, or someone is making a documentary about the Hulk Hogan, right? I'm saying, I keep saying it like the Iron Sheik says it. I'll have to show you the clip of just this dude named the Iron Sheik who just fucking hated Hulk Hogan, and it's so funny. Anyways, so there was a 3-minute ad for this Hulk Hogan documentary, right?
Oh, God.
That was being aired throughout the entire show. I think on either night 1 or night 2, or both nights, honestly. Because of the frequency that this advertisement aired, if you were watching the Netflix broadcast, Hulk Hogan had more screen time on this year's WrestleMania than all of the women's matches combined.
That's crazy.
On the individual nights. Yep. And 2 women in Liv Morgan and Stephanie Vaquera, who actually had like a good feud and a good story going into this, got a total of like 6 minutes for their match time. It literally broke a record for the shortest ever title match or the shortest ever women's match in WrestleMania history. Because I think the shortest title match was Sheamus and Bryan Danielson. But anyways, so yeah.
Why?
And I'll tell you exactly why, is because fucking TKO, their like new parent company, which owns WWE and also the UFC, simply does not give a fuck about appeasing the fans and does not give a fuck about their product. They care about celebrities and absolutely monetizing their bottom line and just squeezing every ounce of monetization out of this premium live experience that they can possibly get. And I think it's absolute dog shit. And
yeah,
it was great because I had access to it through like family accounts, right? So
yeah,
I wasn't like personally paying money out of my own direct pocket to watch this, but like, you know, other members of my family are paying money to watch things adjacently on these streaming services, but I digress. And I had a great time hate watching it because, oh my God, there was so much to hate about this fucking show. And I had to talk about this because I feel like a lot of people are going to, not a lot of people, but I feel like there's going to be a decent majority of people being like, oh, it's not that bad. And I think it's kind of a sham. Because
that's
bad.
insane.
And plus, because I love a company called AEW, and the same buddy and I, we watch those shows like religiously at this point, basically. But whenever they have 4-hour pay-per-views, they are full of bell-to-bell, nonstop like wrestling. It is back-to-back-to-back matches.
Yeah.
Like the only breaks in between will usually be like maybe like a little bit of a hype thing, talking about what's going to happen on next week's, you know, TV episode, or, you know, future events they have planned, or stuff like that, or like video packages that hype up the match you're going to be watching. The entirety of WrestleMania, there was only one video package that hyped up the match that you were about to watch, and it was for the main event. And even that was just kind of like a wet fart. It was just like, oh, all right, that's it. You know, it just a lot of the show from a pro wrestling standpoint was incredibly disappointing, and I think now is kind of the turning point where fans are being like, hey, yo, this fucking sucks. And I think probably the final nail in the coffin is there was recently there was a leaked like interview, like a bit of audio of an interview between an executive in TKO and a reporter, of them basically confirming like, yeah, we're gonna bring in more celebrities and we want to focus on that more, and they don't really kind of care about what the actual like in-house entertainment is. Like, they're doing next year's WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia.
What?
Yeah. Like, I think that tells you how much they care about the in-building fans watching the show.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they already had the Royal... It was a whole thing, too, because they announced, like, a year ago that they were going to hold this WrestleMania in New Orleans. And then TKO was like, we don't want to. We kind of want more money. So then they basically fucked over New Orleans and gave them a pay-per-view called Money in the Bank instead. And then moved... Well, they were trying to move WrestleMania to Saudi Arabia. Then everyone was like, fuck that. That sucks. And then they moved it to Las Vegas just to do WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia next year. Which is bad.
I wish you had done that thing where you asked me to, like, guess things.
Oh, yeah.
If you had told me, like, guess where they did it, I would have said Vegas.
Yeah. No, yeah. It's 100%. And also, the fucking ticket prices were abysmally bad.
Mm-hmm.
The ticket... There was one I saw where, like, on the floor seats, it was, like, somewhere in the $9,000 mark.
Yeah.
So, if you had to
crazy.
guess, the, like, 400 sections, which is, like, kind of, like, up in the upper... Because it was a Allegiant Stadium, right? So, like, the upper deck bowls. If you had to guess how much one of those, like, nosebleed, like, upper deck seats cost, well, what do you think that price is? For a singular ticket before fees?
1,500?
It is lower than that. 1,500 would probably get you into the 100 level, so, like, the lower bowl.
Like, 750 maybe?
You're close. 850.
Okay.
So, but yeah. But, like, a lot of stuff on the flooring was, like, ranging between, like, 9,000 and then, like, stuff that was, like, further away because, again, it's, like, a massive fucking football stadium. It was, like, 2,200 and, like, 3,800, and it was bad. It was real bad, dude.
There was one I was looking up that was ridiculous. It wasn't... Obviously, it wasn't WrestleMania. It was the FIFA World Cup tickets.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Some of those are pretty bad, too.
But, like, for the final game, because they already have it. Mm-hmm. But, like... Holy shit.
Oh yeah, some of those are egregious. That whole thing too with like FIFA and like not is it FIFA like the world, but like them doing I think it's the World Cup in America this year, and like because their advertisement
America,
laws,
Canada, and no, not Canada. Sorry, United States and Mexico.
Yeah, have you seen the stuff about like the laws and the stuff that they're enforcing on the areas and the towns they're doing these in?
No.
So one of the things that I know. Two things specifically that I think of because I'm from this area, so I kind of get like news and stories from this area. One of the stadiums that one of the matches being held in is MetLife Stadium, which is in East Rutherford, New Jersey, is now being called New York, New Jersey Stadium because MetLife is not one of the like allowed sponsorships for FIFA, right? Also, like fans are not allowed to like tailgate or like have like certain drinks or beers or anything like that, so people are up in arms about that because if you're telling people in a football stadium they can't have beer, that's like you're basically telling them they have to shoot their dog, you know?
Yeah.
But also telling them they can't tailgate is absurd. But what's the craziest thing in my opinion is that I think with all of their equipment they're taking up somewhere close to like 40 to 50% of the available seating that's or not seating, parking that is around the stadium.
Oh wow. So, I
looked
it
absurd,
up. The final game is at MetLife.
Gotcha. Sorry, the New York, New Jersey Stadium.
Yeah, starting prices are at $8,742.
God damn.
And this is for one ticket.
Grody.
Best deal is $17,000.
Jesus Christ. Do you get like a blowjob and a massage with that too? What the fuck?
I know, right? So they range from cheapest is about 10,500, and that's like nosebleed. That's like up, like in the stands, like you're barely gonna see anything.
Gross. My nearsighted ass could.
And then the most expensive, which I don't know how that's the most expensive. I mean, I guess you get a pretty decent view. It says the most expensive is $41,000.
Fucking hell.
But there is one here, and I don't quite know where this is because it's not showing it to me. But best available is $79,000.
Jesus fucking Christ! That's more than people make in a year.
Does Jesus come down and bless me if I get that ticket? Like,
that's absurd, actually. What the fuck?
Do I order water and Jesus comes over and turns it into wine for me? Like,
yeah, right?
You know, like, is he going to massage my feet? Am I going to get, like, head from every player? Like, why are we $79,000?
That's
what I'm assuming is
crazy.
That one because it doesn't show it as, like, if you hover over it, it doesn't hover over any seats in there. So I'm assuming that's like specifically for like celebrities and stuff. And like people who just have that kind of money, which is crazy. But like
that's egregious as fuck.
40,000.
It gets worse
for
too,
a ticket,
believe it or not.
And that's right now. That's, mind you, FIFA hasn't even started. Like,
correct.
They've started like the qualifying stuff. Like, you know, like these countries are gonna be in the thing.
Yeah.
They haven't started the main event. Like, you know, teams starting to actually play. This is for the final that you don't even know who's gonna be there.
Right.
So, and it's already 40,000. These numbers are only gonna keep going up.
Oh, for sure.
Mind you, last time I checked this, it was like 15,000, and that was like months ago. And it was already
like
at 15K.
You literally have to like order this shit like years in advance for it to be reasonably affordable.
I should have, silly me, I should have ordered these tickets when I was born. You know?
yeah. Like I should have invested in Apple instead of being in the 3rd grade. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well,
so
how it gets worse
insane.
too is like they are not footing any of the, or they're not like providing any financial support for public transportation, right?
Oh yeah.
So like that's gonna get, it's gonna basically turn into like local taxes, and like the local residents who are gonna have to like pay, like the taxes are gonna have to like increase, and the price of like actual like public fare tickets is gonna be going up too, and that's just like, and not only that, but I saw FIFA saying that they were prohibiting fans like walking towards to the stadiums. Like that is just not something that they're going to be allowing people to enter the grounds on, as if they like walked to the stadiums. Which, first off, how do you enforce that? Weird. 2, what the fuck? Yeah. And 3, like, especially in a city like Philadelphia, right, where if you're taking up at minimum 50% of the parking, where the fuck how do you expect people to get there other than paying with public transportation? Like, this is just like this actively, everything about this actively hates poor people. Not even poor people. It actively hates people who aren't like fuck you wealthy, you know? And it's egregious, and I fucking hate that shit, dog.
Calling it fuck you wealthy is so beautiful.
I mean, that's the level of money it is. It's fuck you money. It's what that is, dog. You know?
And also, like, why are you spending $70K on a ticket? You could donate that money. Why are we spending that much on a ticket to watch men run around
and why does
chasing a ball?
Well, here's my question: is what the fuck is FIFA doing with all this money? Because like, and this is where it comes into my whole argument with idea. Video game prices, right? And like, because I've gotten to this whole thing with Nintendo. It's like, so you're telling me
here's the thing
that
you can see where that money is going.
Yeah, you can see.
There's an argument behind they're paying all of the people that animated, developed all the game people. They're putting that money into the next game. You know, they're
in theory
doing something else. Like you can kind of like
there's avenues where you can
that's
see
going.
The logic.
Yeah. FIFA, does FIFA pay their own players, or does that come from somewhere else? Because if FIFA's paying the players, then it makes a little bit more sense. Yeah. Because it's like, okay, we have to put, and obviously, you know, I'm sure paying for Messi or all these fucking insanely
absurd
famous
contracts,
soccer players are, you know, is like, egregious. Is going to cost them an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I want to see if I get the best ticket in every single FIFA match. Mm-hmm. Let's say I have that money. I want to add that up so that, and it's just me, right? Yeah. One person. I want to add it up and see how much that comes out to.
Probably because not going to be a fun number if I had to reckon a guess.
So much money for one person, and these matches have hundreds of thousands of people.
Yeah.
So where does all that money go?
Yeah.
Because like,
it's like,
I've heard somewhere that it goes into the country. That
shit's not true.
That's so. I think my dad told me that. It's like, oh, it goes into the country. It's like, no, it fucking doesn't. No, not
Aren't
at
there
all.
like, isn't like every single country that the World Cup has been held at always been like economically devastated whenever they leave? Because it's like an economic.
I really hope not. America can't fucking
tourism.
America can't stand that.
Well, yeah, but we're
already in enough debt.
Like Rio, right? Like I'm pretty sure like Rio de Janeiro, where the World Cup was hosted, is like fucked now, and like was pretty fucked in direct relation to the World Cup coming and then leaving.
Well, I think it's a mixture of that, and also just like people like leaving trash, when they
Oh
go,
yeah,
and,
well,
like,
fucking touristing people treating
all.
towns and things like shit is nothing new, unfortunately.
And like, yeah. Anyways, another thing I learned recently is apparently, and this does have to do. It's not me jumping into another topic.
Yeah.
Apparently, next Super Bowl is happening in Tennessee.
Oh, interesting.
Fire. I'm not gonna go, but fire.
The first time there's gonna be an interesting football game in Tennessee because everyone knows the fucking Titans suck.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't watch football, and I know the Titans. Like the fact that I don't watch football at all. Like I don't watch American football.
Yeah.
The fact that when we first moved here, I was like, oh, do we have a football team for like the Super Bowl? Because Oregon doesn't have one, so it was the Seahawks for us. Like we were always like, oh yeah, go Seahawks, whatever. Because we can't. I'm in a really unfortunate situation where like the teams I root for are all the shit ones.
Yeah.
So it's like
I've been there.
I was born in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Name me the last time the Miami Dolphins won a Super Bowl. Because I want to say it was in the 80s.
Something like that. Yeah, the Panthers
I think it was.
Okay.
It definitely was in a year that started with 1. Hold on. When was the last time the Dolphins won the Super Bowl?
Thinking of the Jacksonville Jaguars, but
74 was the last time they won the Super Bowl. Was in 1974.
Christ.
So yeah, the Titans I don't even think have won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Have they?
I'm pretty sure they haven't won shit.
Tennessee Titans won a Super Bowl.
I do know the last time.
Bowl.
Say again?
They've never won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, that tracks. I'm a Giants fan, and they were good for a while, and now they're dog shit. So, like, yeah.
Yeah.
I will say, though.
And so, like, at least, like, the Seahawks have won 2.
Yes.
So it's like, so when I was in Oregon and it was like, oh, we'll root for the Seahawks, I was like, okay, well, maybe, they'll actually make it this year. Mm-hmm. And it's like, when it's like the Dolphins or the Titans, it's just like, my little brother watches football, mm-hmm. and he like, I remember the day that he walked up to me and was like, yeah, the Titans aren't going anywhere. And I was like, oh no. Anyway.
Literally.
It's like, I'm so sorry. If you love the Tennessee Titans,
I'm sorry.
What's wrong with you? But like,
I mean, the Seahawks actually, they won this year. So
yeah, the Seahawks do good.
Yeah.
That's the difference. And it's like, when I first moved here, I remember asking my dad, I was like, oh, like, does Tennessee have like a football team? And he was like, oh yeah, the Titans. I was like, who?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
who?
To be fair, also,
now watch them win the next fucking Super Bowl.
there's no way in hell. As someone who's like cursory into football right now, there's not they have a snowball's chance in hell right now. Anyways, there's the I can't tell you the last time a Florida sports team won something. I don't know if you know this. When was the last time
a Florida sports team?
The Florida Panthers, the hockey team, they won the Stanley Cup.
Oh, hey, look at that.
Yeah. That's a state that doesn't give a single fuck about hockey.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
Like, Florida gets snow once in a blue moon, but like...
The world is ending if Florida gets snow.
Oh, yeah. No, in the very north, you get some.
Okay, well.
Just very little, though. Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Well, Florida, Miami... The Miami team has Messi, don't we?
I think they do now. I still live there. I don't really follow that.
I could have sworn they signed him.
I think you're right.
He Inter Miami or something?
I mean, I know in the basketball world, the Miami Heat are like pretty solid. They've been in the playoffs in the past really good number of years, and like they had the LeBron years, so like.
My brother went to Yeah. He is in the Inter Miami team. My brother went to a Heat game. My older brother.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Was it like semi-recently? Do you remember when?
No, it was a long time.
Okay, well, fair enough.
It was, I want to say he was like my little brother's age or something.
Oh, okay.
Maybe a little younger.
So in theory, it could have been like during the like Braun, Wade, Bosch years, which definitely means something to you.
It means nothing to me. I don't think it meant anything to my brother either. He just got tickets to a Heat game and was like, fuck yeah. Like, I don't watch football, but if I get tickets to the Super Bowl, I'm going to go.
Yeah, fair. I think.
Which, by the way, speaking of, I meant to touch on this.
In my opinion.
What sports?
Certain. I'm not saying like I think certain sports.
Oh yeah, certain sports are better live.
Because some sports are like not really interesting to watch on TV, but I think not saying they're not interesting, but I think certain sports are more interesting to watch in person. Like I'll tell you this: every time I've seen baseball, like I enjoy it now.
Baseball live
as an
is
adult,
fire,
right? What'd you say?
Yeah,
baseball likes fire.
I like baseball like when it's like there, like when you're in person.
Yeah.
Baseball in person is really cool. Yes. I used to go with my dad for like when we lived in Nicaragua. I would go with my dad to watch.
Apparently,
baseball
isn't
games.
baseball like huge in Nicaragua?
Cool. Oh, it's massive. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We have our own league.
Oh yeah, there's. I mean, Latin America loves baseball. Like there's a bunch of teams in like Puerto Rico, Mexico especially has got their whole.
Yeah, we have our own league, and that's the games I would go to. I want to say Nicaragua was in.
They were in the World Baseball Classic.
Not MLB, but they were in some Major League stuff recently.
Yeah, the World Baseball Classic. Yeah.
My dad. Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was so fucking awesome, by the way. The World Baseball Classic.
Yeah, because Nicaragua doesn't get any attention.
They did unfortunately lose. They had a game against I forget who it was, but they like haven't won a game on the world stage, and they were so close when they lost like in the bottom of the eighth or something like that. Or they blew the lead.
Yeah, Nicaragua is huge on baseball too.
Oh no, it wasn't. It was a walk-off home run in the bottom of the ninth. I don't remember who against, but yeah.
So this year for FIFA, I don't know if it's double or like I don't know. They have more teams this year. I can't remember exactly how many, but it's more than usual.
Sure.
And because of that, Nicaragua almost made it.
I do remember you talking about.
I don't
this
know what
happened
like
a while ago, but
yeah, I don't know what happened. They were winning a bunch of games, and then suddenly just like lost like 5 games in a row. I was just like, okay, and they're gone.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
But you know.
I think
if they made it into the actual FIFA, they weren't gonna make it very far.
Right. It's just one of those things where you're happy to see them be there, you know?
Yeah, it's like, oh hey, look, they're there. It's
not like
because normally Nicaragua is like not mentioned in like anything.
Sure.
Like it's literally like I think the last thing I can't remember what it was that they mentioned Nicaragua, but I was watching a TV show and they mentioned it. But I remember one time I was watching Family Guy. And they mentioned Nicaragua, and the joke was literally just all we have is like cocaine and drug lords and a dictator, which is true. but like we have other stuff, you know?
Right.
So anytime Nicaragua comes into like, hey, you know, it's
any
it's
kind
really
of conversation,
exciting.
it's a big deal.
Oh, the Black Ops game. That's the last time I saw Nicaragua.
Oh yeah. The other game.
And they did it so dirty.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, my poor country.
I mean, that game got done dirty.
Fucked it.
Regardless of the country getting done dirty.
I do love that, like, the people behind the game were like, we went there to, like, make sure we got, like, bro, what giant machetes did you see? I can tell you right now, I know where it was based. It was
flower people being corrupted by dark ether did you see in Nicaragua too?
Like 100% it was based in a town called Granada. Because there's a church in the game that like I remember like I sent it to my brother and he was like, "Oh yeah, that's 100% that's there."
Yeah.
I can tell you right now, there ain't no giant machetes there. Like there's machetes, but they're normal sized.
Yeah.
I think whoever went on that trip took like one hell of a acid pill or like acid tab right before they like
wouldn't be surprised.
Did their research because like holy shit, they did my poor country so dirty. Put it in a different Call of Duty games and like do it right, please.
Yeah.
Please.
Well, unfortunately, I don't know if that's gonna be happening anytime soon.
Dude, Nicaragua's never going to be used for a video game again because now it's going to be like, oh, it's the giant machete place. Shut the fuck up, actually.
I don't know if that's going to be the lasting legacy that the country. I don't think people are going to. Honestly, I think it'll probably be fine because people are just going to forget that this game existed in the zeitgeist other than, yeah, it was shit, and that's all that people are going to really remember for it. You know?
That's like, you know what? Then it's perfect that they put Nicaragua in it because I already get the comment of like, Nicaragua? What is that? So, like, they're going to be like Black Ops 7 or whatever. What was it? 7? Was it 7 or 8?
I think 7.
It's like Black Ops 7? What is that? I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, right.
It's like, fuck! Again?
What? What just happened?
It's like, no, it's just Nicaragua isn't known, and so it's never gonna be part
I
of
see what
stuff
you mean
that
now,
isn't
yeah.
known.
Yeah.
It's also where like serial killers would go to escape the United States or some shit like
Well,
that. We
can't
had
argue with that one,
not
Chief.
a serial killer. Not a serial killer, but we had a guy that was wanted by the FBI.
Nice.
He was a serial pedophile.
Okay.
And he went to Nicaragua to escape because he's wanted by the FBI. So, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But he, I don't know how or why, became a teacher at the school I was going to.
Oh.
And he wasn't my teacher, but he was my older brother's teacher.
Interesting.
And he would take his kids on like field trips, where he wouldn't allow like any chaperones. Like he would always say like, no, we don't need chaperones for the field trip.
Mm-hmm.
And then he would give the girls Oreos and they would, go to sleep. He only took pictures of them. Which isn't, I'm not saying like,
not good.
He only
still
did
not good. But...
Yeah, still not good. But if like, no, never mind. I don't know. But like, it's anyways.
It could have been worse.
It could have been a lot worse.
It was very bad, but it could have been very much so worse.
Yeah, the story is actually really interesting. If anybody wants to look it up, his name is William Vahey. He is dead.
Okay.
Good. I hope he's burning. The lowest level of hell.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, William Vahey, Vahey.
Mm-hmm.
He it's really, really, really interesting story. He tried to kill himself.
Oh.
When he realized that he was about to get caught.
Mm-hmm.
But what he did, I don't know if he like injected something or what.
Sure.
I don't have the full story because I was a kid in school. So what they told us was that he got bit by a spider.
Oh.
Which is a very plausible thing in Nicaragua, that you just get bit by a spider.
There's deadly spiders everywhere. Just look at Australia.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he was like, they were like, he got bit by a spider and died, which is like, it's very plausible in Nicaragua to get bit by a spider, but to die from it is like, okay.
Had been one doozy of a spider.
Yeah. Like, we don't have a lot of venomous spiders there. And especially in, like, more urban areas, like, in the jungle, sure, yeah.
Sure.
But, like, this was, like, a city, like, this is the capital.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently what happened was they were taking him out. He quote-unquote passed away in his house that he had international teachers get their own houses, like, kind of, like, a little bit off campus.
Mm-hmm.
And so they were taking him out in the body bag, and he, like, started moving.
Oh.
And then they were like, oh, shit, this guy's alive?
Oh.
So I don't know if, like, maybe he took a pill. I don't know if they found a spider bite.
Sure. It's like this Romeo
people
and
think
Juliet
that he took
one.
People think that he took a pill and, like, overdosed and then, like, woke up because the overdose failed.
Interesting.
Which fucking idiot, dumbass.
That is a thing that can happen.
Oh yeah, for sure. So he died, came back to life, and I remember everybody, because my brother's class, they had a teacher who had passed away, like, maybe when they were in 5th grade, and I think they were like in 8th grade now, or something, like, or maybe like a little bit into high school. And so to have a second teacher pass away, that's like a curse now at this point. Like, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, something's going on.
Yeah.
And so I remember, like, because he was like, everybody loved him as a teacher.
Mm-hmm. Ironic.
Because of course, like, he was manipulative, piece of shit.
Yeah, but of course, that's always how that goes, right?
Oh yeah. So they were mourning him, and then suddenly they hear that their teacher came back to life.
Yeah.
And so everybody was like, what is happening?
That's a crazy, like, that's like some shit that you hear like in a book or like in a TV show or a movie.
Yeah. So apparently, I don't 100% know if this is true or not. My mom was a teacher at this school, so, like, this is what she told me.
Mm-hmm.
But again, like I said, I don't know if this is confirmed. Apparently the school knew that he was wanted.
Oh?
Still hired him.
Wait.
Mind you, okay. there's going to be somebody in the comments that is like, okay, yes, but it's Nicaragua. He's wanted in the U.S. So I can see where they wouldn't be able to see that in a background check or so. Okay.
False identities, maybe, but like, regardless.
I get that. No. He didn't even use a false identity. He used his full ass normal legal name.
Never mind.
So I would understand that if we're talking like a public school in Nicaragua that is like, you know, doesn't really do background checks.
Sure.
This was not only a private school. Not only a private school. This school, the abbreviation of the name is ANS. And if I say that fast enough, it does sound like anus. Because if you say like anus, it's like it sounds like anus. It is short for the American Nicaraguan School. This was the school he was hired at. So look me in the eye and tell me that they would have missed that. How did they miss that? Surely the American school, sanctioned by the United States of America, the place where he's wanted.
Yeah.
Something would pop up. So apparently
methinks there's something a little sus there, Chief.
Apparently they knew, still hired him. And then when he died and came back to life, he told them, because when he died and came back, I don't know exactly what happened or why the investigation started, but they investigated his, I'm sure it was because like they were like, why did he kill himself? Yeah, but they investigated his computer, found all of these pictures on his personal computer.
Yep.
And then he was like, oh shit, I got. And so he asked the school, hey, like, I need to quit. I need to go back to the U.S.
I need to quit. Okay, Jesus.
Yeah.
This is, all right.
Like, I need to go.
What a start.
I need to go back to the U.S. And not only did the school say, okay, but they paid for his ticket to go back.
What?
And they gave him transportation to the airport.
What?
So I believe what happened, he either got arrested at the Nicaraguan airport or he made it to the US
and then got arrested
killed himself in the US. I don't know if he got arrested ever.
Okay.
Because I know that he died because he ended it, like, and actually succeeded. Like, I think he shot himself or something like that. Like, I can't remember
in the US
exactly what it was. In the US, if I'm not mistaken, or he shot himself in Nicaragua. I can't remember. I haven't looked up the story in a really long time. I'm sure there's like things that I've got wrong.
True crime girlies, y'all are gonna love this one.
Oh yeah.
I have to tell the story to my fiance. Actually, she would love this.
If you wanna look him up, and it's like I said, it's a really interesting story because he died and came back.
Yeah. Bruh.
Fucking.
Low-key also makes me think like someone at like that school should be investigated. Like if they're just like super chill with all this shit, like what's going on with them? Like
this was probably like 15 years ago at this point.
I mean, my point persists.
But yeah, no,
still post 9/11, like people ask questions.
Oh yeah,
like
okay.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. So very very interesting story.
That's fucking wild.
If you like true crime and especially true crime with a fuck ton of plot twists, look him up. He's great.
Yeah, you're gonna have to send me
he's not great. The story is great.
I can show the story to my fiance because she's gonna love it.
Yeah, and if you look him up, like his name, you'll find on Google Images, you'll find the wanted poster from the FBI. And he also, if you look at a picture of him, he just looks like a piece of shit.
Oh, does he? I'm not gonna put a picture of him on the podcast.
He looks like a piece of shit.
I believe it. I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm gonna send Bot the image, but
oh Jesus,
he's not gonna put it on the podcast. But he does. He looks like a fucking dick.
He looks like someone Dexter would kill in one of those seasons.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I guess he was someone that Dexter would kill. But I digress.
Yeah, there's a whole Wikipedia thing about it.
This shit's absurd.
See, look at this. He was arrested at the age of 20 for child
bad stuff.
Word I can't say. Like, and my school didn't clock it.
Yeah, that's.
He was on a list.
Yeah, no, that's.
He was a registered sex
That's wild, dog.
Also, I think he... Hold on.
Oh, no. Don't tell me there's
I
more.
think he... I don't think this was, I think this was, like, international type shit. Like, I think he did some stuff in London, too.
What the fuck? This is wild. This was like a movie plot, dude. What are we doing here? Don't answer that, actually.
Oh, that's what it was. No, okay, I remember. The Flash, so they it wasn't the police that found it. He had a maid, and the maid found a flash drive, and for some reason stole it, which, never steal, but, like, this is one of those situations where, like, thank God she did. She stole the flash drive and found all of these pictures.
Good God.
And then she was like, I'm just going to give this to somebody that needs to see this.
Yeah, that's probably the right decision. God damn.
Oh,
dude.
yeah. This is what it was. She gave it to the school director.
Absurd.
That's insane. Yeah, at least 90 images. Cataloged by, what a fucking piece of shit. Cataloged by locations and dates corresponding to field trips he went on, beginning in 2008.
Christ. Fucking shoot that guy.
Yeah, that's what it was. He would offer them Oreo cookies laced with sleeping pills. That's what it, yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
God,
God,
yeah, so
guy.
Dude, this goes so deep. Like, this is just, like, summarized. But, like, they said April 22nd, 2014. So March was when all this stuff got discovered. April 22nd, they, like, raided his apartment or his house in northeast London, where they found a laptop with 11 more flash drives. So, like,
Jesus.
This is everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, this is not a small fucking, like, this isn't just like, Jesus, dude. That's like, because, like, when I was in high school, there was a janitor that got fired for schwacking it in one of the, like, coach's offices, right?
Okay, so here it is. So his first attempt occurred in Nicaragua immediately after the schoolmate stole his flash drive, because he's a little pussy bitch. I'm not even gonna call him a pussy because pussies are strong.
Correct.
Them shits push out babies. He's a little bitch though.
They put up with some serious abuse. They take literally. A beating and they keep going.
It says emergency officials initially declared him dead with high levels of toxins in his blood. Yeah, that's what it was. Like, they were like, the toxins was like spider venom, but it might also have been like they were just telling us that. And it says, however, he was eventually revived and survived the attempt. And then March 21st, 2014, he offed himself in Minnesota by stabbing himself in the chest. Good. I'm glad he didn't survive that second one.
Would have been better if he, like, you know, had to serve the rest of his life in a prison, but that's... I was not expecting the amount of turns on that shit, because Jesus fuck, dude.
Oh, here you go.
Oh, boy.
Hold on.
Here I go eventually? What, Anna?
So, okay. So, I'm not going to say the name of the director that was the director at the time at the school, but she said that he had become famous for wanting to lead student experience trips, and that this was the reason many of his previous schools hired him. She also said that, to her knowledge, none of her students had been by him. She faced some criticism for not acting sooner to stop him from doing so while she was director of the American Nicaraguan School. 3 of the school's employees, which I do remember this happening, wrote an anonymous letter stating that the director, after acquiring the memory stick, fired him but still let him go home. She said that she had consulted a school board member and the school's lawyer prior to making this decision, and said the lawyer had told her that since none of the children in the photos had been in Nicaragua, they had no obligation to contact authorities. The employees pointed out that child
no legal obligation,
is illegal in Nicaragua no matter what. Yeah. After she resigned her position at the school on May 20th, many speculated this was for reasons relating to her handling of the scandal. Nevertheless, the school board, who had supported her for the previous several weeks, treated her resignation as a routine matter that had nothing to do with the piece of shit scandal. Yeah, I remember that. She quit very quick.
So I was gonna ask, like, at what point were you at this school while this was going down? Like in the midst of all of it, or like tail end, beginning? Like, what's the?
No, I was, because this was like a month. This was like not even a month.
So all of this occurred within like a few months.
Yeah, not even, like, I think it was a few weeks, because like, so they figured out March 2014. They figured out, like, was when the maid stole the stuff.
Yeah.
And then that same month he killed himself. Like,
absurd.
So this wasn't like, you know, this was within a few weeks. I was like, this was 2014, so I was 13, maybe 12 when this happened. So I'd be like in maybe 7th grade.
Sure, something
maybe
like that. I'm bad
7th
with
grade,
remembering that, but yeah,
somewhere around there.
Yeah, somewhere in that
general
area.
If it was 2014, wait, if I was 12, my brother was 15. Yeah, that sounds about right. He was, it was probably, I think he was like in 9th grade. Because I think he was a high school. I want to say he was a high school teacher. But yeah, really, really interesting story. If you're into true crime,
fascinating is a way to put it.
Yeah, it's crazy how, like, it's wild. So I guess, I don't know. I don't want to say Nicaragua was famous for that, but like,
you know,
yeah.
I feel like y'all got more to offer than just that.
I needed to be in something else where it's like, actually, I think there was like a season of Survivor that was filmed there.
Okay, that's a cool thing.
Yeah, I think it wasn't, I don't know if it was Survivor. It was some, like, we're out in the wilderness trying to survive show.
Naked and Afraid?
No.
That's a show.
I don't think it was Naked and I don't think it was Naked and Afraid. We do have that guy that did the tightrope walk across.
Oh, yeah.
That volcano.
I do remember that. We did talk about that at one point.
That was cool. And also,
cool.
Nicaragua is the only place where you can go volcano boarding.
Yes, you did mention this also.
Which...
That's pretty cool.
Okay. I mean, it's like risk your life cool.
Yeah, well, this is a lot of things are.
More than anything.
Less people go skydiving and bungee jumping, so like...
Oh, yeah, you can do all that in Nicaragua, too, but like...
Exactly. My point exactly.
I don't know what else we're really famous for.
Shit, dog.
We got mentioned in that one movie with Tom Cruise where he was like the pilot.
Hey, you know what? Maybe you and I will become famous through doing this podcast and content, and that'll be how we put Nicaragua on the map.
Maybe.
You don't even sound excited about it. You're just like, oh yeah, maybe.
There was something during JFK's presidency that Nicaragua did. I can't remember what it was, but like they're in there somewhere. Remember. He did something with them.
Sure.
There's like in very random moments in American history, they're like, yeah, in this tiny country, Nicaragua helped with something. It's like, oh, cool. It's like, nobody gives a shit about this country, and I'm just sitting there like, hi, okay.
Yeah, I mean, listen, dog, I'm Polish. You kind of already know what how we left our mark on world history.
See, but like, at least you guys have something.
Well,
it's not a good thing. It's a horrible thing.
Yeah, Ukraine's not much
like, you
better.
got something.
I'm Polish and Ukrainian, so.
Shit, dude, you're. Oh my god.
Yeah, dog, you're telling me.
Whole bloodline got fucked over. Holy shit.
Yeah. Well, because there's also even like before the more recent stuff, there's also the Ukrainian genocide that occurred like years back.
Yeah.
That was like pre-World War II, I think. Yeah. So like that's a whole thing, but
I know I have Cuban
missile crisis.
There's a lot of dictatorship in my blood.
Yeah.
Because Nicaragua,
I've mentioned
they
this
have
before.
a dictator.
I think I mentioned this before on the podcast, but like my bloodline almost ended in a like German labor camp in Poland.
See, but like,
you know,
I don't want to say that's cool, but like that's
it's an interesting story. It's not good, but it's interesting. Yeah,
yeah.
Like, I feel like I've mentioned this on the podcast
like,
before.
There's nothing interesting in my bloodline. You know, the only thing that's interesting in my bloodline, which is really shitty, I am in a weird way related to Robert E. Lee.
Oh yeah, I think you've mentioned this to me before. I don't think it was on the podcast.
The Confederate General Robert E. Lee.
Yeah, speaking
which
of
great, I'm so happy about that.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I need to know someone else that I'm related to that is actually not a piece of shit.
I went to high school with someone who's like family ties like go back to like Pocahontas.
That's sick.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I was like, what am I gonna do?
I don't have anyone particularly incredibly famous.
I'm not related to anybody cool.
I mean, my grandfather was
person.
He was the on-flight engineer for a B-29 bomber during World War II, and he flew missions not over Japan, but over like
See, now you're just showing off.
I don't remember what islands. Well, but like he wasn't like a super famous thing, but like the most like quote unquote like famous thing that's occurred was that at a New Jersey Devils game, he was like honored on the what's it called? The Jumbotron and that stuff. It was like a, like local heroes thing, and so they had like a little like synopsis and like some pictures of him when he was younger and whatnot. And so they cool. like put him on the thing. Like I'm in the background of the picture actually too. I'll actually have to ask my cousin if he has a picture of it. But like so that was cool being at a hockey game where my grandfather was honored,
Yeah. I'm going to do one of those like expensive like genetic tests so that I can like have something cool to say about my bloodline, because like I don't know. My Nicaraguan grandfather, I think the coolest thing is my great-grandfather invented a new breed of cow.
Oh, that is cool. Wait, we've talked about this before. That is cool.
Yeah. It's I can't remember. I'd have to ask my dad exactly what everything is. But it's basically like it's good in the heat. It's resistant against a certain kind of like tick sickness that cows can get.
Sure.
I think it's both good for heat and cold in case.
Cool.
It's also the I think the first, I don't know if it's the only, but it's definitely the first red cow in Nicaragua.
Oh. Cool.
And then there was something
else.
See,
there's some cool shit in your bloodline. You're selling yourself short.
Yeah, that's cool. That's interesting.
There's some cool shit there.
I don't know.
I think my fiance would find that really interesting as someone who's been in a lot of like livestock stuff and is working in veterinary
your
medicine.
fiance would find that super interesting, actually. Yeah.
What I'm hearing is you had to have a conversation with my fiance, just saying.
Yeah, that's what I was literally about to say. I'm just like a ball of interest for your fiance. That's crazy.
I gotta when she gets back from her externship, I gotta like put the two of you in like a room and just let you talk.
My dad keeps laughing at me because
actively,
he knows that like
in general.
Yeah, like right now he's like right behind me laughing at me.
Oh really?
No.
Oh. No, I don't fucking know.
I was telling him that I have a friend that lives like 2 hours away from me. I was talking about you. I was like, yeah, like this guy like lives like 2 hours away. And I've known you for like what, like probably a year and a half at this point or something like that. Maybe a little more.
Give or take, yeah, a little over a
Yeah.
Oh, a little over a year. Yeah.
And I was like, and I know this guy and I have a podcast with this guy.
Yeah.
But we've never met in person.
Correct.
Which is really funny considering we live so close to each other.
We could very easily do it, yeah.
Realistic. It's very easy. Like, we could very easily just, like, be like, oh, like, you come down to where I am and, like, we'll meet up and, like, I don't know, have a soft tacos or some shit.
Yeah.
Like, Yeah. But, like, we just, like, actively are like, no, let it be a mystery.
I don't know if actively is the right word for it. We're not actively avoiding it. We're just also not actively pursuing it.
It's literally just because neither one of us is like, yeah, let's do it. Like, neither one of us has made the plans.
Well, because it's either
to do anything.
Because the way that this dynamic works, right? Because you still currently don't have your license, right?
Yeah.
So like,
you would basically either I get an Uber that I pay exorbitant rates for.
Yeah. To
go there.
Yeah.
Or you guys, like you and your fiance, if she wants to come down here.
Yeah.
Which, like, there's still some stuff to do here.
Yeah.
Not as much as where you live, but, like, there's some stuff to do.
Yeah, it's not even that, but it's just, like, the idea of, like, yeah, there's this dude who I've, like, known on the internet for, like, a year and a half, and, like, him and his fiance are gonna come visit, and, like, just, like, being, like, potentially near, like, you and your family home. It's just, like, a wild idea. Which is, like, because it's just me and her, so, like, there's nothing preventing, like, if you found a way up here, you could just, like, stay here for like a day and then just go back the next day instead of driving 2 hours each way, 2 hours one like, so 4 hours total.
It would literally be like, I think if I ever did, it would be more like, hey, me and my family are gonna happen to be in that city,
be in this area.
Do you want to meet up real quick? Like, my family's doing this, do you want to meet up real quick while they do that?
That would be cool though. We could definitely arrange that.
Oh yeah.
There's some stuff near me where they could be arranged.
Yeah, like, anyways, I don't know. The thing is, neither one of us like actively pursue it, and especially like me now, because like I have work and school.
Yeah.
So like, if I'm not at work, I'm at school. If I'm not at work or school, I am most likely sleeping.
Right. And I've also been in a very work school tumultuous part of my existence too. So
exactly. So it's like, whatever.
It's not out of like malice or like, or
no.
What's it called?
No, it's because I hate
lack
bot.
of interest.
I don't want to meet them.
Yeah, it's because I smell like toes actually.
It's because bot's a man.
Yeah. I know.
So I can't.
My fault, Slime.
I still find it very hilarious that there is a... Oh, wait, no, I don't know because I remember you saying you might not be able to. I was going to say, it would be really funny if the first time we meet was, like, for Canada trip that we want to do.
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't know if we've talked about it on the podcast, but us and a bunch of friends, like, want to meet up in Canada. Mm-hmm. And... it would be really funny if that's when you and me meet. It's like, we live 2 hours from each other, but let's meet for the first time in a different country.
In a different country. Yeah. Objectively, fucking hysterical. Like, when you really break it down, funny as fuck.
Oh, yeah. That would be very, very
I don't know.
funny.
It's also interesting because it's not like I'm like... my identity isn't, like, married to living where I'm at right now, right?
Yeah,
you know, my fiance's out on her externships right now, and she's kind of treating them like working interviews because all of the places she's doing for externships are places where she can end up doing her residency, which if she does her residency, that's where we're going to be moving for the next probably like 5 to 6 years. So like within probably like another year and a half, 2 years, probably like a year and a half, but I'll be like leaving and going to a new place entirely. So
yeah.
So
more the reason to actually meet up at some point.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, it's convenient for fuck's sake.
So what I'm hearing is we gotta get this ball rolling.
Yeah, we do.
And there's also like there is a town, I'm not gonna say it, but there is a town that's like pretty much like in the middle of where you are and where I am, where it's like true. You know, there is stuff to do. I'm actually going there this weekend.
Oh fuck yeah.
That there is stuff to do.
Yeah.
There's a nice little mall. They have a Hot Topic there. I'm gonna go there.
Hot Topic is like my people. I get it.
Money. Oh yeah.
I'm definitely that vibe.
But yeah, we are over the time. I'm gonna be so honest. I forgot that we were recording a podcast.
Those are always the best, I think, when we just kind of like start going. You know.
Oh yeah, it's really fun. We had a lot of topics today.
Yeah, we did. No, we hit a lot of things. There's really a lot of range on this one, Chief.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to see the description of this.
It's gonna be absurd.
Yeah, so hey, if you're listening on Spotify, we have a YouTube. If you're listening on YouTube, we have a Spotify. Also, if you're on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe because you like us and want to subscribe to us. And our cult. I mean, what? If you are on Spotify, you can rate our podcast 5 stars. Well, I mean, you can rate it 1 to 5 stars, but like, why wouldn't you rate it 5 stars? We're just that cool, right? Anyways, we also have a Discord where you can talk about stuff that we talked about, and we'll answer. Oh boy, howdy, yeah, we will.
Yeah.
And what else do we have? That's it. That's everything. We don't have a TikTok. Shit's fine. And that all being said, don't do anything we would do. Don't do anything we wouldn't do. We hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye.
Woo!
My mouth is so phlegmy.
That made it to the end of the episode.